Welcome back to the Disc Doctors.
Q Steven.
Hey, welcome back. We're the Disc Doctors.
What if we sat right here and told you how you can put together digital compilations of your favorite tunes, slap them on CDs, and then play them in your car?
I'll tell you what, we'd have lawyers on our butts faster than I can realize I don't know the rest of this metaphor.
Okay, then let's go ahead and just demo CDR and CDRW, and they can do the compilations themselves.
The basic idea is you can now create CD-ROMs, or even more than ROMs, because that's read-only. You can make CDs. You can make music CDs. You can make backup CDs. Do you want to pull out the big drive thing?
Yeah.
We actually have these for both the, that's the Macintosh, and the PC. I installed one of these, Hewlett-Packard CD writer. Took me like 3 minutes. Now, I'm a trained professional, so it might take you 3 minutes and 10 seconds tops. It's you plug a cable in the back, you plug a cable into your computer, plug it in, that's it.
This is an external SCSI version. It would work for older Macs that aren't iMacs or G3 Macs. And then that one over there is a parallel version just for PCs, right?
Correct. Oh yeah, and then you have to do a little installation software thing, which, by the way, takes up a lot of hard drive space. You need a good, gigabyte of space to get these things running, and a Pentium as well. But then you can have one of two different kinds of CDs that you can make, and they're pretty cheap. We got CDR, so you can write onto that once.
CDR is CD recordable, so you can write to it once. And that doesn't mean you can't use it in different sessions. It just means you can't erase, so you can keep filling up the disk.
And CDRW for CD...
Rewritable.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah, you're getting close.
And it's really a piece of cake. All you do is, once in this Hewlett-Packard drive, you put in the CD. It's not formatted just like a floppy drive, and it's going to ask you what you want to do with the thing, if you want to use it as a backup device, if you want to make audio CDs, if you want to... it's even got a little Explorer window that pops up, so you can just drag files over into the CD and have them there. It has an automatic backup utility. You tell it every Friday, every new file, or every file with this extension, whatever, it'll automatically do backups. It even has a little graphics program, so you can make the labels to go on your cases.
Now, let me tell you what's cool about this, the Easy CD Creator software.
Oh, do tell.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I am.
It used to be when you were burning these CDs, you had to go in and lay out like every file you're going to put on the CD.
Right.
You had to create this major session.
Right.
You had to walk away and have a Coke or something because it was going to take a while.
Not anymore.
Now you can just drag and drop, right?
Right. Drag and drop, and again, and if you don't like it, if you're using the CDRWs, then you can just erase, which is not the same as delete. If you delete a file on a CDRW, it's not actually going anywhere. You have to erase it, and then you can reuse that space over and over and over.
Let's talk about prices here for a second. CDRW, about $5 to $10, depending on how many you buy in bulk.
These are what?
Cheaper, like $1.50.
$2,
something like that. Now, the external drives can be a little pricey. The reason we even did this was a guy had an email, and he didn't want to spend $100 per cartridge, like on some of the Jazz and SideQuest things. Well, this is about $350, $399 for the external drive.
Right.
And then internal drives you can get a little cheaper, maybe $250, $200, but you'll have to install them yourself and swap them out with your CD-ROM drive.
I think they're a killer deal, personally.
I think it's worth it, especially because you can archive. You can actually go in and drop, your hard drive from 2 months ago, and if you had a virus, if you needed to pull your registry, anything like that, you've got an archive that they're easy to store, just like CDs.
Let's just say I'm buying one unless Hewlett-Packard gives me this one for free.
Good luck.
Go to an email.
Robert from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania writes, and he says, I have a PowerMac 7300, and I'm toying with the idea of adding a video card to my system. You should have had one all along, because it's up to the monitor.
That's true.
The various video card companies each claim about the same capabilities. However, I'm confused over exactly what Glide, RAVE, Rage, and the OpenGL standards are. He would appreciate your insights.
I just want to appreciate that you snuck a Mac question in here.
I would answer this PC too, but yeah, we're talking about it for Macs.
Okay.
Let's talk about the standards here for a second. I mean, who cares?
Right. Well, okay, the whole point of this is that, especially for games, these new video standards are designed to make the graphics look better, pop up faster, things like that.
And you can get hardware accelerators that work with certain software APIs. The way they write the game can be accelerated if the hardware supports it.
Got it. Right. So he needs to make sure the games he's running are using the software and the graphics card that make those games work the best.
Okay, so the bottom line here is look at the box, look at your card, make sure they match up. Now let's talk about the technologies really quickly.
Oh, so like RAVE, Rage, those are parties you can go to.
Right. Okay, Rage and RAVE are actually good. Those are the ones he's going to use on a Mac.
Oh, yeah.
ATI makes those standards. You need games that are RAVE accelerated, and you'll get an ATI Rage accelerator card.
Okay.
Now, but these things are all related. Voodoo,
yeah,
Glide,
yeah,
and 3DFX.
Same thing.
Basically the same thing. 3DFX is the company, Voodoo is the standard, Glide is the API.
Glide is also a floss.
So you're going to be using, you know, I'm trying to hurry here. So you're going to be using all three of those. You look at the game to make sure it's Voodoo compatible, have a Voodoo compatible chipset on your accelerator. And then the other one was OpenGL. OpenGL is kind of a new standard, Mac and PC. Just make sure your accelerator supports it, and you have the right Windows OpenGL drivers or the right Mac OpenGL drivers, and in you to game and man.
Cool. Well, after this break, we will chat with a guy who's having trouble hooking up his digital camera.
And if you got trouble with background tasks on your Windows 98 machine, we've found a cool new utility that will help you clear those suckers out.
We'll show it to you
when we return.
In the mood.